Touted for its gastronomy, revered for its cultural legacies, and marveled for its biodiversity, Peru is a land worthy of multiple visits. How else would you be able to see, taste, and do it all? With landscapes ranging from mountains and jungle to sea, Peru has activities and experiences that are as varied as its terrain. From sky-high Inca ruins to remnants of pre-Hispanic civilizations once buried beneath desert sands, these are the best places to visit in Peru. Keep on watching to see the diversity of the landscape that can only be found in Peru. Number 1. Machu Picchu. The spectacular Machu Picchu is perched high on a ridge, 300 meters above the Urubamba River, and is one of the most striking sights for a deserted city anywhere in the world. The breathtaking background of steep, luxuriant, and frequently covered mountains is almost as magnificent as the ruins themselves. You can see why the Incas choose this location for their city when you're standing close to the caretaker's cottage and gazing out over Machu Picchu, the mountains covered in vegetation, and the river far below. The trip, whether it is by train or the Inca Trail, is an integral part of the experience of visiting Machu Picchu. It's hard to avoid being inspired by the surroundings in either situation. Trains depart for Aguas Calientes from Cusco, Olin Taitambo, or Urubamba. You must follow a predetermined tour path and tour with a guide in accordance with the entrance requirements. Additionally, you must enter the park at a specific time. Although several websites claim to offer tickets, always go to the official website. Number 2. The Inca Trail. Many people consider the famed Inca Trail, a 4-day journey that leads to Machu Picchu, as the high point of their trip to Peru. This beautiful trek is sometimes more difficult than what people may anticipate, but it's also gratifying and among the most well-liked activities in Peru. The Inca Trail has several potential beginning sites, but the standard 4-day journey starts at mile 82 of the Cusco Aguas Calientes train line. From there, the walk travels through the breathtaking landscapes and more than 30 Inca sites. The second day of the trip, which includes 2 high passes and an elevation rise of 1,200 meters, is the most challenging part of the path. Reservations must be made well in advance for the climb with an agency, especially during the busy months of June through August. Some organizations provide a shortened walk that just includes the final 2 days or the final day of the hike. There are campsites scattered throughout the trek and one at Machu Picchu's base. Number 3. Cusco's architectural treasures. Cusco is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so entering it is like roaming through a museum since history is layered on top of the past. Many of the wonderful old colonial houses bordering the narrow roadways were built atop Inca ruins, highlighting the city's lengthy past. The Cathedral and La Compañía, 2 equally spectacular buildings, are located at the city's principal plaza, Plaza de Armas. In the daytime, the square is an excellent area to have lunch, start a walking tour, and people watch. Even though Cusco is home to a huge number of interesting structures and museums, one of the city's top sites is the Cathedral of Santo Domingo, which is built on the remains of the Inca city of Coricancha. Number 4. Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca's sparkling blue lake is encircled by undulating hills and traditional tiny communities. The lake region stands out from other parts of the nation due to its combination of stunning beauty and unique culture. Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable lake in the world, rising 3,820 meters above sea level. The best way to appreciate the lake is to take a boat ride to the nearby villages and islands. The Uros floating islands, which support tiny villages of Uros Indians, are one of the principal tourist attractions. Since the Inca era, they are artificial islands built of reeds that have supported a traditional way of life. Although the sights you'll see on tours of these islands are intended to attract tourists, they do give you a taste of a more traditional way of life. The floating islands make up a very minor portion of Lake Titicaca's overall appeal. The true allure is found in the quaint towns tucked away in the hillsides that line the lake's shoreline and on its 2 main islands, Isla Taquile and Isla Amantani. Number 5. Coca Canyon. Coca Canyon, twice as deep as the Grand Canyon and followed in depth by the adjoining Cotahuasi Canyon, was once believed to be the deepest canyon in the world. The canyon, which is the consequence of a seismic fault between two volcanoes, is 3,400 meters deep. A flowing river runs far down at the base. The Calagua, Cabana, and ultimately the Inca peoples lived in the Coca Canyon region for thousands of years. The canyon's wall's stone terracing, which dates to AD 800, is still in use today. There are hot springs, chapels, towns, and Inca ruins to visit in addition to staring out into the canyon. In Coca Canyon, condors are a popular attraction as well as they soar past the cliff walls. Number 6. Nazca Lines. The enigmatic Nazca Lines are an extraordinary sight that will astound you. Before pilots passing over the region in the 1920s noticed the lines from the air and understood they created unique patterns and images, these enormous images on the desert floor were virtually unknown. The hillside carvings near Nazca and Paracas, which are visible from the ground, had some recognition before then. However, to really appreciate the enormous designs on the flat desert floor, an overhead perspective is necessary. 70 various plant and animal designs, hundreds of lines, and other geometrical forms may all be seen from the air. Though it is unknown precisely who made the lines or how or why, speculations suggest that they have produced between 900 BC and 600 AD by the Paracas and Nazca civilizations. Many people disagree as to why they were made. According to some interpretations, the lines may have served as a kind of agricultural astronomical calendar, an extraterrestrial landing pad, a track for racing, a pathway connecting ritual locations, or even a water cult. Number 7. The Sacred Valley. The picturesque Sacred Valley in the cities of Pisac, Urubamba, and Olin Taitambo are only a short drive north of Cusco. In addition to being a tranquil place to spend some time browsing markets or learning about the local culture, this rich valley is home to several Inca ruins that are worth seeing. The Pisac ruins and the Sunday market in Pisac are two of the valley's attractions. You may choose from a wide variety of local crafts right here. The village of Moray, which has circular terracing that the Incas utilized as an agricultural trial ground, is a little out of the way but well worth the trek. You've definitely seen pictures of the terrace's flawless circles on social media platforms and other travel-related websites. Number 8. Olin Taitambo. When visiting the Sacred Valley, you should include the ruins and fortifications at the charming tiny town of Olin Taitambo on your list of things to see. The town is enjoyable to visit and is relatively walkable. It has a fantastic selection of merchants offering handcrafted items, much like Pisac. The two massive Inca ruins that stand over the hamlet make it a picturesque location. Spend some time exploring the ruins by making your way up the hill. The Bath of the Princess and the majestic wall of the 6 monoliths are also important highlights. The Pumatias terraces and the Punkiuna, an old storehouse, are close by, so you could drop by too. Number 9. Arequipa's historical city center. At almost 2,300 meters, Arequipa is frequently referred to be Peru's most stunning city. The city core is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is surrounded by snow-capped mountains. Old buildings in Arequipa made of Stiller stone, a volcanic rock that glows brightly in the sunshine, are the city's major source of fame. Arequipa is frequently used as a stopping-off place for visitors planning to travel to the Coca Canyon, which is about a 4-hour drive from the city. The majority of the colonial buildings in the old city center are constructed from this stone, giving origin to its moniker of the White City. And number 10, Puerto Maldonado and the Amazon. Puerto Maldonado, which is only a 30-minute flight from Cusco, is a crucial starting place for excursions to the Amazon. With a hot, humid forest and the potential to observe several rare animals, this is a very different experience from what you will find in other regions of Peru. You may anticipate seeing piranhas, caimans, capybaras, monkeys, parrots, and turtles in this region of the country. The two main attractions are the Reserva Nacional Tambopata and the Parque Nacional Bahuaja Sonene. both of which are well served by a variety of jungle lodges. It takes around 4 hours to go by boat from the Parque Nacional Madidi in Bolivia to the Parque Nacional Bajuaja Sonene. The length of tours normally ranges from a few days to a week-long experience, so this is definitely the perfect place to start your Jungle Book adventure. Peru offers world-class tourist attractions with mysterious archaeological sites, awe-inspiring landscapes, and diverse wildlife. Which of these places made you want to start that Peruvian adventure? Also, check out this other video. We think you'll love it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of our top 10 prime picks.